If anyone out there who is a YouTuber, you know exactly how this goes. This is my 5th time trying to record this, and there's cars going by and there's planes flying over, and I'm just like trying to figure out how to get this out the right way. If you watch my Snapchat, I like freaked out. I am moving to Florida full time. I will no longer be in California, and I want to explain the reason behind it. Every time I've recorded this, I've gone on over a 10-minute rant about my life and just explaining stuff that you guys already know. If you're new here, I will explain what I do. My name is Spencer Berke. I have an E92 M3. I previously had an E90 M3. I was a photographer for car dealerships for a long time, and I did their social media. I left. I now have a social media company where I consult businesses and people, and I also manage social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, all these platforms for any business or person out there, not just in the automotive industry, but also realtors, restaurants, anybody out there who has a business, we manage social media for. Started the company out of my bedroom, went to 3 or 4 different offices, made a couple business decisions to grow. We had 1 employee, we had 2, now we have 4 full-time employees in-house in Irvine at John Wayne Airport in this big warehouse that we're in now. If you look around me, you can see car parts are everywhere. All my employees here, my team, they're all car people. And basically what we do is we come here in the morning, we write out a bunch of Instagram and Twitter posts and LinkedIn posts, and then we post all day long, and we interact and engage with that business's demographic, and we grow them, we grow their accounts, and then they get leads through Instagram DMs or Facebook messages. Then they sell products directly through social media. That's what I do full time. I'm coming up on 3 years, and this is the general story of why I'm moving to Florida full time. I got the keys to this warehouse roughly 75 days ago. I had been watching TJ Hunt and Christian Guzman. I sold a Lamborghini to Christian Guzman. I sold a GTR to TJ Hunt. If you go back on my videos, you can watch those awkward videos of me when I was younger. And I used to do social media and photography for Lamborghini Newport, McLaren Newport, and the San Diego dealer as well. I was always inspired by TJ and Christian to have a warehouse where you can put cars, you can have your clothing line. I have a company called Devoted Society, which is a clothing line that's been on and off for years. And I also have a printing business that's on and off for years. But my agency has been fully functional for 3 years. I can't even tell you how much fun it's been. It's been awesome. I just finished up a full day. It's Saturday right now. And I've had a ton of DMs of people who thankfully care about my life, and I was so focused on making just strictly BMW videos of reviews of these cars, all these E90Xs, that I really enjoyed filming and hearing people's stories. It's another plane. So what happened is when I got the keys and signed all the documents for the warehouse, I walked in here, and it was very strange because it was not what I was expecting mentally. I felt as if, okay, I achieved a goal, I got the keys, I signed the paperwork. I was with Parker, my main manager for the company here, and he and I were like super happy. We moved everything in, thanks to all my friends that helped, and we started operating the business. And for me, like within the first 5 seconds, I thought to myself, okay, what's next? What can I do to keep going? Because, you know, I had a shared office above a gym. I had a, 800 square foot office that was totally not legal to spec in Laguna Hills with no emergency exit, and someone who was living, I think, behind us full-time in an office building with paper-thin walls. And then we moved into a warehouse that was 3 times as much as my first spot that I rented. We look at all this growth, and I'm the kind of person that wants to keep growing. I don't ever want to stop. The main thing for me is, as long as I'm growing my business every day, and as long as I'm learning something new every day and almost feeling uncomfortable every single day, that makes me feel like all my anxiousness and all of my that antsy feeling goes away, because I know that I'm progressing. I know I'm getting better as a person and as a business owner. So what happened is, after I got the keys and came in here, I said, what's next? What can I do? And over the last 1.5 years, I've been partnered up with somebody out in Florida who helps me tremendously with a lot of the work that I do. Another plane. So I have a friend out in Florida who I've been talking to, and he's been helping me with a lot of SEO and a lot of my website development, and just basically the other side of my company, where we not only do social media, but we also create custom websites, and we also do search engine optimization, which is getting companies on the first page of Google compared to the 30th. We know how to do backlinks and keywords, and it's just, I'll explain that later. But he's been a big part of my business, and I told myself that I wouldn't really push hard on that side of the business until I did over X amount of money with him, and also over a year and a half of work with him. And we passed both of those tremendously, and of course we had bumps in the road, but it made sense to continue to move forward with him because we became such good friends. I actually went out there to Fort Lauderdale, spent a day with him, and I went out there to consult the company. Also, that same time, I also went out with this girl that I've known for a very long time, and trust me, that's not why I'm moving there, but I had a blast out there. I met a lot of cool BMW guys out there, and I just had a really good experience besides the humidity out in Florida. And I realized a couple different things. There's no state income tax in Florida. Out here, it's like 13% for my tax bracket where I fall into place right now with my LLC, but I'm taxed as an S Corp for you guys who really want to know. I felt as if I got to the point where all my employees here have been here for almost over a year. Parker's been here for a year and a half, and I trust them. I really do. They're my team, they're my family. We've all sat down and had conversations privately about their performance. I've given everybody raises. I've given everybody their opportunities to grow and show me what they can do. Even though they're my friends, they're still my employees, which I don't like saying, but they're my team. And I felt like it was time for me to grow. Without further ado, this is what's happening. There's a helicopter flying by. What I've decided to do is I put my 30-day notice in at my apartment that I live in. I put my 30-day notice in at the warehouse here. I'm good friends with Manny. If you guys don't know who he is, he's an amazing entrepreneur. He owns Koenigsegg's and Bugattis and McLarens, and he's a car collector. We go back and forth the last 7 or 8 years, and also his brother Mozzie, very good friend of mine. I've done business with Mozzie the last 2 years here and there. Manny opened up a new space called Driven Workspaces. It's actually a shared workspace where you can rent units that are inside of a communal area. What I decided to do is take my employees, and they're completely fine with it. They've already seen the office. I already signed contracts. I already have the keys. But we're going to move into a shared workspace in Irvine, which is only 4 blocks away from where we are right now. And there's another plane going by. I never get away from these planes, man. So my team will be moving into a shared workspace, which will basically be called Berke Marketing California. The thing for us is we have so many clients in Florida already, in Oregon, in Texas, in Canada, in Mexico. We have clients in Colorado. I mean, most of our clients are actually out of state because managing social media online, we can do it remotely. So it doesn't really matter where you are physically. As long as you have a team of people that can do it, it's fine. I've built out a very good team, and that's why I've been off camera so long, as I've been spending time with my team, making sure that they're okay and making sure that I'm okay. What I'm doing is I'm going to move my entire team to a smaller office where it's just for my agency. This warehouse was gonna be like Devoted Society Clothing, where we're gonna do detailing and cleaning for cars, work on our cars here. This building's not zoned for automotive, so sorry to the landlord if you've ever seen my car parked in here. It's just not the right setup for what we want our business to look like. There's another plane. Okay, and planes fly by every 4 minutes. So the building shakes like crazy. This is meant for a distributor, for people who sell stuff like products. This is not meant for I like to say, higher end social media company, somewhat, that we help mom and pop shops all the way up to big, huge corporations with content creation and marketing. So my team's gonna be over there in Irvine. That's gonna be Berke Marketing California. And what I decided to do is sell everything I own, including my bed, my TV, and everything within this office, because our new place is fully furnished. We're just taking our devices and our laptops and our screens, and just a couple other small things that we need, like decorations. That's what's gonna happen with my team. Nobody's getting fired, nobody's getting demoted, nothing's changing. Nothing will change online. We have the same performance, we have the same data. It's just gonna be my guys are gonna be located somewhere else, which this will be our 5th time moving. And for anyone who says I bounce around a lot, I bounce around a lot. I go everywhere. I take time to learn what works and what doesn't. And as I get older, I start to take less from people because I want to learn my way. I'm sure there's ways to learn from other people and I'm willing to listen to advice, but I'm taking my way and implementing it and learning from it. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pretty much pack up the M3 and I'm finishing up editing a couple videos, getting the rod bearings done, doing I think throttle actuators, and just preparing it to drive to Florida. I'm gonna drive my E92 M3 to Florida with nothing but my backpack, some clothes, and maybe a box or two of memorabilia. I think my collection of die-cast cars. That's all I really want to bring. I'm talking to a realtor right now out in South Florida and kind of looking at places to stay for a couple weeks before I actually move in. And then my condo will be in Fort Lauderdale. That's where I want to base myself out of. I have a couple friends in Pompano Beach, Pompano, whatever, and Coral Springs. And then also I have friends that are pretty much all over South Florida, especially Orlando Beamer Club. Like, dude, thanks for reaching out to me. I posted about this on my Instagram and I had so many people from Florida that either wanted a feature film on their BMW or they just wanted to meet up for coffee or business or new clients or new car events. Thank you. That makes this move much easier for me. But I think it's time for me personally to be selfish and kind of go off on my own to start this new chapter in my life. The goal for me is to purchase my mom a house in Michigan, because that's where we're from. She's gonna be moving there hopefully next year. As far as California goes, I won't have anything here besides my employees and my couple friends that I've made. But I realize California is not really for me. I don't think that this is where I belong. It's another plane. So yeah, that video turned out to be a little bit longer. If you wanna see me, hit me up. But the goal for me is to build a Berke Marketing Fort Lauderdale where you guys can apply to work there if you live in Florida. I'm looking for people who have really, really strong writing skills, who can write very well, photographers, videographers. I'm looking for people who do audio engineering and YouTube editing, vlog editing, filming. And I'm looking for people who have good communication skills. I don't really care what age you are, guy or girl. I don't care where you're from. I don't care about, you don't have to have any education. I just need people who are talented in the field of digital world of social media. So if you are out in Florida and you want to collaborate either on YouTube or you would like to work for Berke Marketing in Florida, hit me up. I'm more than happy to chat. Everything is below. If you want to learn how to do what I do, Berke University courses are still on sale. You can check out my courses. If you notice all my videos, I don't ever push my courses, but if you ever want to learn what I do, I have one. It explains how to write contracts, how to find your first client, how to do an LLC, how to legally make money, how to invoice people, how to get your clients to pay you more, how to upsell people. I have literally everything that of that on Berke University. So this is for me. I spent the last 3 years building a company and I want to enjoy my life. I moved out here when my father passed away to start a new life, and a lot of like toxic relationships and issues and personal stuff, and I don't think California is for me. I'm a Michigan guy, I'm a Midwestern dude, but moving to Florida kind of contradicts that. But I want a fresh start. I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna pack my bags. I'm young, I'm single, I'm happy, I'm able to do it. I know that my 30-year-old self, my 40-year-old self, my 50-year-old self will thank me for doing it, and I'm going to do it. But I'm looking forward to it. I just felt like I wanted to make this video to explain to you guys what's going on, and I know it's a long one, but I want to share more of my life, and I hope that you guys are going to enjoy that. I've been inspired by a lot of people just to share more about my life, and I have stuff all in that corner that I can't show, but I am excited to show you more of that side of Berke Marketing. All I can say is that it's audio related. It excites me. Like when I wake up in the morning, it excites me to start that project right there. And I'm working on a project with my friend Carly as well. I have so many plans in my head where I'm just excited. So thank you, Manny, for letting me move into your space. I appreciate that. Thank you to my mother for always supporting me. Thank you to Parker, Daniel, and George for being there for me and having that willingness to understand why I'm doing this. I sat down with each one of them in the front room and I actually was crying pretty bad because it's scary. I'm very scared in a way of like, you know, this is a whole new challenge. This is a new life for me. But if I'm scared, if I'm nervous, if I'm uncomfortable, it only means that I'm growing. And that's exactly what I want for the company. I would like to have 20 Berke Marketings all over the US, maybe the world, with hundreds of employees. I would like to be known as the next Gary Vee. That is my goal. So I hope that clears things up. No state income tax, cheaper gas out there. It's almost $5 a gallon in California. Florida, it's like $2. There's no laws on emissions. I already have an X-pipe coming. I'm going straight pipe on my M3. I went to Fort Lauderdale and the girls there, I'm okay with the girls out there, most definitely. Definitely have a bigger social life in Florida. I really want to link up with Obsessed Garage and also Window Tints Orlando. Eric has a location out there now too, so we're probably gonna do a big event at Window Tints. No gas prices, no state income tax. Yeah, that's all I can think of. I have have a video coming on the GTS wing I installed. I have a video coming on dynoing my car. I have videos on my new wheels coming. I have a couple other videos too, and then also I have a video on this guy right here. This was quite the project. If you see my Instagram, you know that I finally got my sleeve done. It's actually still, this was like yesterday. So I don't know what else to say. Thank you for watching this long video. If you want to work for my company, I'm more than happy to help you. And if your business needs help with social media, I give free quotes every single day. I need help with socialmedia.com. That's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.